Howdy Exiles, it's me, Vash, and I am excited to talk to you today, or at least show you my reaction today, about Path of Exile 2's new Druid gameplay teaser. It says it's a walkthrough. You can see it right there in the title. But if you don't know who I am, I've played a lot of Diablo 2 growing up. I loved Druid. I absolutely fell in love with Elementalist Druid, Kodiak Werebear, Fury Werewolf, Rabies Werewolf, Fireclaw's Werebear, Summoner Druid. I played a ton of World of Warcraft, and the classes that I fell in love with there were Rogue. That's where my name comes from, was my very first character. And then I also fell in love with my Druid, Dodo, and Feral Druid. So the fantasy in and of itself, I'm just an absolute fan. So let's go ahead and see what this video has to show us. I'm really excited. Oh my god. He is powerhousing through. Tornadoes, lightning. It's giving me big Kodiak Bear vibes from Diablo 2, where it's like you summon a firestorm, or you cast a spell outside of Werebear, and then you run around with that going around you. So if it's Kodiak Bear, I'm hyped. Easily my favorite Druid spec in Diablo 2.
You can pick from one of 12 character classes. Each character has a combination of primary attributes that they focus on. Today, we'd like to show off a character who specializes in strength and intelligence, the Druid.
Strength
in human
and
form, the Druid is a spellcaster who channels the fury of nature on the battlefield, a walking natural disaster.
Looks like it does pretty good damage compared to the Exile Con showcases.
You can transform yourself into one of several wild beasts. Today, we want to show off the bear form.
Smack him! Yeah!
POE 2 happens automatically when you use a bear attack. Use Bear Maul and your
more
character
earthquakes,
transforms
please.
Into a meaty swing. Use a spell and your character transforms back into a human and casts it. Hitting enemies with the Bear's Maul attack will build up rage.
Can I be like a farmer as a Druid? Can I like grow greenery and chop a tree down and have it fall on my enemies?
Glowing runes that indicate rage on your back.
What is that thing?
Have a lot of weak enemies.
That reminds me a lot of the
want to break out your
Act 5
let out a roar and stampede over
mountable imp
path,
monsters.
I
can't Thrasher? I can't remember their specific monster name. I might need to go play the game again.
As you charge along.
You know the ones I'm talking about. It's like where they're all around the concrete walls and the imps fire bolts at you while they hang out on their backs, or they spew fire specifically while they're on their backs.
Now, while the bear is big and strong, this isn't a pure strength class. You don't have as much armor as a warrior.
Is the red to like tell you that your buff is active? Like, it looks like it. You get a little visual signal off of like these bear tattoos.
This skill is all about stunning rather than damage, so it's quite useful if you're mobbed by small
monsters. I love that sound
just
effect.
Need to get out of there. Of course, like any POE 2 character, you can always use a dodge roll to get out of danger.
Roll is a bear.
The slowest of the Druid's forms. Making sure the dodge
I wanted the bear to roll
and get you out of any situation is paramount.
Yeah, he said roll. I was like, yeah, dude. Show me bear butt flipping over doing a somersault.
You can even interrupt the missed time transformation halfway through. Of course, doing this will mean you pay the slight time cost of having to transform back again, but it's certainly a lot better than dying.
Doesn't look like much of a cost.
Something interesting about this
seems like most of the cost is like if you're already surrounded.
If you're on all fours when you use Furious Slam, when the bear has to stand up
getting
first
back into that form is the problem.
But use Maul first,
because you can get stunned mid-cast,
which has no time penalty. Then follow up with Furious Slam, and your bear will quickly slam down. Much more efficient.
Combo City. He's doing it a lot faster. It's very CC heavy.
Next up, I want to talk about Ferocious Roar.
Spam the slam.
Ferocious Roar is a bear meta skill gem. It allows you to take any
bear meta
skill that another class like the warrior might use and allow you to use it as a bear. I'm going to take the size.
Wait. You can mix and match skills with other skills?
Look at more than one warcry and use them all together, but let's just stick to one for now.
Or is this like a repurposing skill to where it's like, okay, normally you wouldn't be able to use it? This idea confuses me and also excites me.
Any heavily stunned enemies in range of the warcry, then your next slam skill will be powered to do double the number of slams. First, I use Furious Slam to stun these enemies. Next, I follow up with Seismic Cry and get the exerted.
Literally just your...
And then I slam. See how 2 slams triggered?
You're fucking screaming as a nature monster. This is awesome.
So, that's all well and good, but how about we try that again using Rampage?
Is there one that does damage? Can I go like Bear Roar build?
Get the exert and then Rampage around to do insane amounts of damage.
He had a little bit of a stun there. Still looks awesome.
So we've covered some of the bear side of the Druid, but how is he as a spellcaster? Now of course we want to maximize the amount of time you spend in your animal forms. So most of the spells targeted at the Druid tend to be things that last a long time or provide tactical options on the
That Rampage is such a cool animation.
The first and probably simplest of these is Lightning Storm. Cast it on the
Please
ground
let there
and
be a
an
build
area
where I
where
can just
monsters are
perma
continuously
Rampage,
struck
dude.
by
That
bolts
looks
of
so
lightning.
fast.
The bolts don't do much damage, but they shock monsters, which is a debuff that increases all damage on them, meaning it's a great spell to use before going in as a bear. So, that's going to increase your damage.
So there seems to be like a lot of synergy implied here between skills.
The bear in particular
If
is
the lightning
slowest
isn't like a
attacking
main
Druid's
thing,
form.
then they
He hits
do
hard,
want
but
you
if
to
he gets swarmed
be
too much, it will result in your death. That's
that
why
shapeshifter.
Tornado is so useful. Tornado sucks monsters in, allowing you to split up packs and deal with groups separately, or pin monsters in place and set up combos with
More
other
crowd
skills.
control.
The Tornado doesn't really move big monsters much, so you can actually use it to separate a boss from its minions too. The Druid also has the ability to summon animal companions.
Just smacks him.
This is another really useful defense because wolves can take aggro from you, keeping monsters away. In addition, the wolves howl as they are summoned, putting a temporary debuff on enemies that makes them more vulnerable to critical strikes, and giving you a reason to resummon them in combat.
Sorry, I'm just waking up.
The last Druid spell we're going to talk about today is Volcano. You can cast it quickly like this and it will spawn just a few projectiles. Or you can hold down the button to channel it for longer, which will
Channel
fire
it?
a whole bunch of projectiles when
Whoa!
it spawns, doing a lot more damage.
Oh, but it doesn't like
Volcano
stay
sticks around firing
that
total
amount of
for a
projectiles.
long time, so it's another good skill to cast before turning into a bear. Now, the reason you're going to want to turn into a bear after using Volcano is that any slam near
Layered
the
damage.
Volcano results in it spewing out even more projectiles.
There's just gonna be a lot. Sorry, there's just gonna be a lot of buttons to press as Druid. You're gonna be sending out your Lightning Storm. You're gonna channel your Volcano, and then you're gonna go into your bear form and start rampaging
And
around.
you can run around the volcano.
CC things, cast a tornado if things get hectic.
Now, if you've been paying attention, you might have realized that this is going to be extra good with Seismic Cry, which we were using earlier to double the number of slams. So, first we're going to cast Volcano. Then Furious Slam till you stun something, Seismic Cry to get the double slams, then Rampage around while the Volcano spews out a stupid number of projectiles.
Whoa.
This combo would have been even better if we'd remembered to cast our Lightning Storm first, but getting time for that seems tricky. It would also have been nice if the monsters were affected by the crit debuff that my wolves do when I first summon them. This is where some meta gems to automate some elements can come in handy. Here's a gem called Cast While Channeling. If we add Lightning Storm to the skill, we can cast it automatically while we channel a Volcano as we set up our combo. Cast While Channeling is an ongoing effect, so enabling the skill will cost us Spirit, which is a new resource in POE 2 used specifically for these kinds of skills. If you look at the top left of the
That
screen,
crab
as we
behaved a lot
channel,
like
you can see
the
the
rock
energy building
monsters
up to
from
cast the
POE
Lightning
1.
Storm. So long as we channel Volcano for long enough, the Lightning Storm will also be cast on the same targeted
So
location.
there's definitely a lot of inspiration, obviously.
Currently,
I'm
Cast
sure
While
they're
Channeling
not
is
like
active
just
in
going to be
reserving Spirit in both our
taking
human
like
and
certain
bear
monster
form.
behaviors and
This
axing
means
them.
that any channeling skills we use as a bear technically will also cast the Lightning Storm. We can actually do this with Rampage right now, but it's not the best because we would prefer to stack the Lightning Storm on top of our Volcano, rather than just casting it randomly as we're rampaging around. We're also unnecessarily reserving Spirit in our
But
bear
I
form
really
to be
love the
using
idea of
something
cast while
else.
channeling
So let's
for the
fix that.
Volcano and Lightning. That just
I'm going to go into the skill options for the skill and
seems
disable
to make
it
the
in my
most
bear
sense.
We showed at ExileCon how you could use skill options
This is
to
a
control which weapon
gigantic
set to use when
wink
casting
wink
skills.
nudge nudge.
But you can
Please
also
do
use the
this
same
on this
interface to
class.
enable
It's
or
really
disable
good.
which buffs you would like to have active in your different weapon sets too, without having to recast them all the time. And shapeshifting counts as a weapon set. Now when I change to a bear, the effect and the spirit reservation goes away, and when I change back to a human again, it's back automatically. So, now that we have some extra spirit available
is
as a bear,
spirit
why don't we make our
reservation...
life a little
Oh,
bit
I see.
easier
It's
by
the white
automating
bar
one of our
above the
other
mana.
skills? This is the Cast on Melee Stun meta gem. I'm going
Right?
to put Summon Wolf in Cast on Melee Stun, so that whenever I stun a sufficient
Am I
number of
crazy?
enemies while I'm a bear, it will summon another wolf. This is great because usually when I'm stunning, it's because I'm about to do my exerted attack slam combo. When wolves come out, they
Not the
howl,
exerted
adding the crit
slam
debuff to the
attack
monsters
combo.
right when I need it. It also helps keep my wolves alive and summoned at all times without me having to do
Summoner
it.
Druid. Okay. We've covered shapeshifting, we've covered elementalist, and we've covered summoning. 3 boxes have been checked.
So, last but not least, let's talk about the skill tree.
The only thing
Excel
missing
Card
now
will
is
show you how
800
you
by
can
600
dual-spec your
resolution.
character So that different weapons can use different passives. Well, as I said before, the bear form counts as another weapon set for specialization purposes. So he gets a tree too.
Look at those wolves.
If I
dude.
open my
Like, hey,
passive
where
tree,
you
you
going,
can
boss?
see how I'm near a melee damage cluster and a spell damage cluster. By holding shift, I can allocate
This
these
is like one of
passives
the
in my
coolest
human
things
form,
I think I've ever seen
and these ones as a bear.
from the Exile
Now, when
Con.
I change between human and bear form, my
Showcases
passives
to where it's like your
reallocate
weapon
automatically.
sets just change depending on which one you're using and
So,
changes your
here we
passive
are at
skills.
the blind beast. The
Really,
goblins have enslaved a huge
really
behemoth
cool.
and
You're
gouged out its
basically
eyes.
playing 2 builds.
Now they're sending it in to fight you while they watch.
It completely revolutionizes offhands or second weapon sets. Turns them from just these things that are meant to be leveling jewels to, and you know, I mean, in Path of Exile 1, I think like, what was it? A blessing aura was meta for a little bit on weapon swap, but even still, it's just like such a different flavor. It's even hard for me to like think about how it's actually gonna feel. Chomp. Whoa, that was a fast swing. Okay, got a good stun. Lots of projectiles going down. Okay, huge damage. That rampage actually chunking the boss. The blind beast does those like slams and it trails out from the ground. It's kind of hard for me to see. I hope they'll like brighten the hue on that sand texture a little bit to make it contrast a little bit better. The highlight effect at the start of it is very noticeable, and I see there's like some sort of sparks going on maybe, but I mean, you know, not to nitpick, it's definitely far more clear, many deviations than Path of Exile 1. Yo, our boy is beefy, man. He's been taking some hits, and it doesn't look like it's phasing the bear. Bean. Oh, he's calling names. Come on. Show me the rampage. Oh, he's getting stunned out the... Okay. Huge roar. It's rampage time. And it's over. I love how the voice changes when you're in bear
With a
form.
little bit of customization,
That was
we
a
have
nice
a build
touch.
that can combine many different active skills to do some really interesting effects. At the same time, your skill tree reconfigures automatically at the right time, and
So
your buffs
fast.
reconfigure
I love that
automatically as
skill.
well. You can even cast certain skills automatically. But we also haven't lost the dynamics of combat. Many skills interact with each other, and the ones you choose to use at any different moment depend a lot on what enemies you face or what
At least
situation you're in
comparatively,
right at this
right?
moment.
Like, you know, to what your character is
Just the right
normally
time, you
doing.
might be
You
able to
are
combine all your skills in one
schmoovin'
crazy
with
combo.
that thing.
Get
Look
some
at it.
satisfying screen covering spam and do some crazy damage. Now, these are just some of the skills targeted at the Druid in POE 2. We didn't even show you the wolf form yet. There's a lot
It
more
is
to play
real!
experience, and we look
Barrel!
forward to letting you guys try it out when we go into beta on June 7th, 2024.
I'm hype. Please show me more Druid gameplay. Please show me more Rogue gameplay. Barbarian gameplay, maybe? It doesn't have to be called Barbarian. It doesn't have to be called Rogue. Just, you know, something where I can get my shout game on, or something where I can get my stealth gameplay on. Anyways, that does it for my reaction. I hope I didn't bore you to tears. I hope you found this entertaining. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to check out my stream. I stream over at twitch.tv/Vashtalos every day. And don't forget to join the Discord. Community's growing every day, and I would love to give you a wave as soon as you join. Other than that, check out my YouTube videos. Give me a like and subscribe. You guys rock, and that does it. I will see you in Rayclast Exiles. Peace.